Yeah, so it is all about, a brainstorm between ourselves about what are the ways or behavioral aspects that usually uh, can be corrected or can be reflected upon, and we can, express respect to the women with whom we know or with whom we are having or trying to cultivate a relationship. So especially in a society where there are wrong role models around us, probably through media, it becomes all the more difficult at times for people to decide what is the right way to show respect, and that may also misguide some of the impressionable people. So that is another aspect. Then sometimes even people themselves, because they have been through uh, not the ideal kind of relationships, maybe because of some toxic aspects or any such things, they that may have affected their self-esteem. So that also makes these people vulnerable to disrespect. They may not even fight back, they may not even protest or even realize at times that they are not being respected. So at the end, we are assuming that people are interested in developing a loving relationship, and love is about knowing the other person intimately. And to do that, you have to create a very safe space around them. Only then they can let their guards down, and they can express their vulnerability or share things with you, and that's how things progress. So that is the whole idea. Now let us start with the first aspect, which is about listening. So uh, now we are very few, but if anyone can reflect, you might, have seen someone, or maybe you might have even been guilty of this, that maybe we don't pay attention when someone is talking to us. It could be that you are holding a phone in hand, or you are watching.
I Yeah, sorry. Yeah, continue. मैं बाद में बोलती हूँ.
Acha. So sometimes you have, you are distracted, like because you are watching something on the screen, or there is some notifications on the phone that have come in, and you are not focused. And the other person can easily understand that you are not giving them your full attention. Even I have noticed this at times, and then it is very irritating, and then you don't feel like speaking about what you intended to convey, and you just kind of keep everything inside of you. So this is one thing that we have to be careful of, that when someone wants to talk to us, uh, we should be focused, we should make a eye contact with them, and try and be fully present in with that person, so that they can confide with us, or they can freely speak to us. Second will be to validate their feelings. So this is about, men can have this, I mean, probably because we are wired differently. So with our mindset, we might feel that, oh, they are like, expressing or seeing too many things into something that has happened, or they are overreacting about that. And I mean, the women can be very emotionally soft, and they may be disturbed by things which men may think that this is a very small matter. But we should resist doing that, and we should try and show that we are there to listen to them, whatever their emotions are, whatever they wish to share, and don't label it as any kind of overreaction. So that is something which is, again, we have to be very conscious about trying to do this. And thirdly, in aspect of listening, is to hold space. This is again a very important aspect for men, because whenever even I have been through this, that if a woman is explaining something or sharing some, I mean, there is an emotional outburst, and we try to find a solution, like we immediately look at some way to advise them or give them a fix that, okay, why don't you do this, or why don't you think like this, or something or the other. Whereas they just want to release their emotions, and they just want that someone should patiently listen to them and understand them, and they don't want any advice as such. Automatically after a while they will feel light, and maybe they will go about solving that issue. But they are only looking for someone to uh, listen with empathy. So that is also one important aspect that we have to try and cultivate, that understanding. So this is the first point. Ami, you wanted to speak about something?
So just I wanted to say कि आज सवार today morning only I faced this that I had to go to my neighbor.
Hmm.
My daddy wanted me to inform him something that which was some common thing between our family and his family, which related to some official stuff or electricity or something like that. So
Okay.
I thought, okay, chalo, I'll go and inform him. So he was sitting on the sofa, the the husband of that house, and he was watching his mobile.
Hmm.
So when I rang the bell, when he told his wife, "Jara khol," she's come, and I told his name that Vinod Bhai, sorry. So he just saw that okay, I'm talking to him, and he was back to his mobile. He was
Hmm.
scrolling or doing something. And I was talking that okay, so and so topic and all. So then after two sentences, I paused. I didn't say anything. So he looked at me and said, हाँ बोलो बोलो आप बोलो. Eh, like that. So I really felt so that listening thing which you said, I really felt disrespected. So it's not that मैं कुछ बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट हूँ और मुझे मुझे कुछ आके मुझे ध्यान से सुनना चाहिए, but it was so uncourteous that he was looking in his mobile and he didn't even look at me to listen to what I had to say.
True.
So that basic thing, and I have seen that especially women are treated this way. So had it been my father or some man who had gone to him, he would have at least given a look and you know. So this I've seen. Women are uh, when it comes to listening, they are given less importance.
Great. I
Correct.
think that's a very good observation. है ना, Dhaval?
Yeah, you want to say something, Pratiksha? I mean, any experience?
So I wanted to add on to this last topic on the slide, which is called hold space, And this happens with me also many a times that when the opposite person, even with my children. So as we say, कि it is for women, but it also is for anybody who comes across you. And whenever the other person is in a problem or trying to explain to you, this happened and that happened, you know what, and they are basically venting out. And we are always in a urge of telling, अरे तो ऐसा कर ले वैसा कर ले, it's such a simple problem, तुझे समझता नहीं है क्या कितना easy है, क्यों इतना सोच रहे हो. So at that time we need to hold back and we need to realize that the person just wants your presence. They just want to be validated for how they are feeling and what they are going through. So when that urge comes to give solutions, we should give solutions, because yes, that's the way they might get some answers. But the first thing is, in holding space, first just hear out completely, let the person vent as much. Second, if the person is very close to you, you can give some physical comfort, like just giving a hug or just rubbing the hand, so that they know that you're there for them. Second, when you want to give suggestions, there are two ways of giving suggestions. Instead of saying मैं बताऊं ऐसा कर, मैं बताऊं वैसा कर, you can actually say, do you want to understand how this can be worked out? Give them the authority. ask them questions. They will like, okay. Or you can say, is it okay if I give you some advice on it? Ask their permission. Are they ready for any advice? Not anyone or everyone is ready for advice. Third,
Right,
uh,
right.
right? And third, when you are even giving the advice, suppose the person says, okay, I'm ready to listen to you. So you may give an advice, or you may want to tell in such a way as if you're questioning the person itself. So do you think, suppose if it's your very good friend and another friend has fought, do you think if you call that person and just call her for a coffee and sit for 5 minutes, for 15-20 minutes, do you think this will solve the problem? Or do you think keeping, writing a message to her will solve the problem? So throw the solutions at her or him in a way that they only give you the answers. So then it lightens their heart and they feel that they have come out with a solution, rather you only have helped them. So first listen, then in forms of questions, try to, and always ask for permission before giving any advice. And the smartest way is to give advice by asking them questions so that they only say yes or no and then they come to the solution. So that's what I wanted to emphasize on the third portion, that is holding space for anybody. We can move to the next slide also.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
my request to everyone that yes, we will be having a lot of observations and questions and answers. So once I and Dhaval finish the next two slides, then we can keep an entire time for the question and answers also. And if the Zoom meeting is about to end because we have only limited time, we can then go to we can click on the same link and rejoin so that our conversations can continue.
Yeah. Thank you, Ami, for sharing that observation. And I will continue right now. Then later on, we can, discuss. Okay. So next point that we can, discuss or rather ponder over is honoring her and making her feel safe.
Yeah.
So again, in this couple of aspects that we can think about is one is emotional safety. So this is about letting her express her, doubts, her fears, or any other disturbances that she may be going through. And we don't put her down, like we don't patronize her, we don't condescend, bring condescension in our tone or any kind of judgment or rejecting her feelings. So this is again an aspect that we need to be very careful about. Second will be acknowledging her worth. So this is about making her feel important, making her feel that we are valuing her. It will be not only just by verbally saying that, but even with our actions or with our presence, that during important moments we are there for her, or we notice things about her and we express those, we appreciate things. So sometimes it could be that she may be doing some small actions out of love for us, and we acknowledge those things and we appreciate them rather than simply brushing those things aside. So these things are all very important in a relationship to make her honored and respected. And then keeping his word. That is about Pratiksha, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, once you finish on this, I wanted to add to this also how to
All right.
acknowledge the worth. Yeah.
Okay, sure, sure. Yeah, so the third aspect is about following through on promises and developing trust in her so that she can come to rely on the men for anything that she's facing in in her life, or any help she may need, or any discussions that we she wants to have, any kind of important serious decisions she wants to make. She can trust that she can take his guidance or take his advice or take him into confidence. So these things, and any kind of, even the smallest things, if you have promised, or if you have given any kind of uh, you know uh, assurance to her, then you need to follow on that. You should not just ignore that okay, this is a small thing, it is okay even if I don't do it. Then that erodes her trust, and then gradually it keeps further getting eroded. So these are very small aspects, but because of the way women may perceive these things, we have to be careful about following these things. Yeah,
And
Prakash.
on acknowledging her worth, like, most of us, and especially with all the ladies that I mean, myself and Dhaval, we are speaking from our experiences and what all we have heard from our friends and what all we also have experienced. One of the things that most girls and women come through is that the first 3 months he was very nice. Later he didn't, give me that much attention and all these things. Everything, all his actions, which were showered on the attention and the love that was showered on the female in the first 3 months, it starts fading off because subconsciously, men are subconsciously designed to win anything. Okay, they don't do it by purpose, but it is their way. I want to achieve this, I want to achieve that, I want to achieve this. So subconsciously, when they feel that the lady is belonging to him and the lady is already in love with him, then they stop giving her the same attention. They stop giving her those small gifts or those gestures or whatever. And then when the lady starts asking for that attention, they actually make her feel so big that, oh, abhi bhi tumko utna pyar chahiye, abhi main thodi itna laad pyar karunga, you know. So what Dhaval means by saying this, acknowledging her worth, like your relationship or your friendship or anything, any close person who's close to you, it's not like you bought the trophy and the trophy is kept at home. You achieved that trophy. It's rather a plant where you both have sowed seeds of some values and uh, some philosophies because of which you both came together, and that plant has to keep on being grown. So both of you have to nurture each other and give each other the same respect. So keep on watering that plant so that it really starts blooming and flowering rather than stopping your efforts and minimizing your efforts. The way we do it in career, if we are working hard towards one project and then two projects come and three projects come, anyone who is very ambitious will keep on working in his or her career. Similarly, love or any other relationship, be it your friendships also, they all are something that needs to be constantly or consistently showered with love, attention, and any gesture in which the opposite person feels loved. The love language should be of the opposite person, and for that, there's a very beautiful book called Five Languages of Love by Gary Chapman, and you guys may want to, guys or girls, both of you may want to read it and learn more from it. Yeah. So we can go to the next slide. And I think, Dhaval, I don't know how many people are there. Should we take a photograph right now?
Sure.
Everyone can. So if everyone, all of you can just on your cameras, let's take a small photograph before we move on to the next slide. Yeah. Dhaval, will you be able to take a photograph because I'm able
Okay.
to see all the
My, my
participants?
screen is mostly showing the slide. So,
So do we need to minimize the slide for that?
okay, just a minute.
And we have only 8 minutes left.
Yeah.
Okay. Sheetal, Shiraz, Anil, please show your faces. 1 minute. Just 1 sec. जैसे भी हो आप बहुत सुंदर हो. जैसे भी आपके बाल हैं, अंबोड़ा किया है, नाइटी में हो. So anyways, Shiraz. Hi
इतने भी
Shiraz. Hi
सुंदर नहीं ना
Sheetal.
मैडम।
Hi Anil. हाँ.
इतने भी सुंदर नहीं है ना, तभी तो नहीं आ रहे ऑनलाइन।
नहीं नहीं उन सुंदर हो, आ जाओ. देखो शीतल भी आ गई. देखो आपके बनियान पहना है तो चादर ओढ़ के आ जाए जैसे भी.
नहीं नहीं, ऐसे जो अच्छे कपड़े पहने हैं
हाँ तो अच्छे
और
कपड़े में
अच्छी
तो थोड़ा
शक्ल।
चेहरा दिखा दो.
नहीं नहीं, हमें
क्या?
शर्म आती है।
अरे अनिल, शीतल तुम तो आई थी, क्यों छुप गई? We need just one photograph, one or two. Let's do this.
Not presentable.
अरे शीतल, you're awesome. Come on.
No.
ठीक है,
And
let's
nobody
take a
is
quick
there.
photo. Everyone
Only
smile.
myself.
नहीं नहीं, मैं भी तो हूँ.
Okay.
Everyone is showing their face. Yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely. Let's show. Amisha, hi. Can you just put on the photo? I mean, we are taking a snap right now. So everyone just smile, and if you want, you guys can do a thumbs up, a big Colgate smile. Hi, Rushmin. Hi, Swati. Hi, Anil. Hi, Amisha. Hi.
Hi,
I
hi.
have taken three uh, print, what do you call, screen prints. अच्छे आएंगे photos. Good. So now we can continue. Uh,
Okay.
Dhaval, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So now actually 7 minutes are left. So I will
Hmm.
just first go ahead with the slide.
If we log off to all of you and then we will continue the discussions, all of your inputs also we would like to invite. So if we log off, please join in again. Once the recording is uploaded within 5 minutes, you guys can log on again. Yeah.
Can you see the slide?
Yeah.
Okay. So this was the final point about speaking about her with dignity. Now, this is also, it covers all the spaces, whether it is in public, whether it is in private, with each other. So here, we have to consider something in mind that suppose you are saying something about the woman in her absence, and if you feel that this would make her uncomfortable, if she was present, then that is, something that you should be changing. That, this is not something that you should be sharing, because then you are actually not respecting her, or you are not, putting her in a proper light in front of others, and that too in her absence. So this is something which is, we have to take care. And it could be even a generalized statements, like sometimes, people make comments which are generally derogatory or disrespectful. So those things are something which we need to be very careful about, to uphold her dignity. And in terms of private spaces, it is like, suppose we are having a conflict, or we are having some arguments or disagreements, then again, we have to not attack the person, but only express any kind of, suppose we are hurt by some comment or some behavior, then we say that because of this I am hurt, but not that, generalizing that aspect that, okay, you always do this or you never do this. So these kind of things, and even cruel language, like use of cruel language, that can also, I mean, it will always remain in the memory, and there will be resentment because of that. So that is another aspect that we need to be mindful about. And even otherwise also, when we are generally, I mean, anywhere we are speaking about them, whether they are, I mean, it could be in front of, a room full of people or anything, we should take care that we don't betray her trust on us. Like it could be something that she has told us, and then we are making a joke of it, or any such things, which then we have to understand that we have to be loyal to that woman, and we have to uphold the trust that she has kept in us. So these are things that we need to be mindful about when we speak about her, in front of her or in front of anybody else in her absence. So in short, I think these are the aspects we wanted to talk about. Pratiksha, you want to add something? Three
I
minutes.
wanted to add, yeah, I mean, we have only 3 minutes, but effective 3 minutes. Something that we didn't add in the slide, but me and Dhaval, we spoke about it in detail. And actually, it's a little sad to see that more females only have come and men are not around. But ठीक है, okay. Let's do this. Now all the women are there, so अभी क्या बोलूं? I mean, we women are mostly looked upon by many men while we are having a conversation with them. Acha, you're still there, Anil? Okay, I couldn't see your name. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
So sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, your smile says it all, you know.
इससे
So,
अच्छा चला ही जाता भाई.
yeah, नहीं 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 रहिए रहिए. So, what I want to tell is that most females, like many females have come across men where they are having a conversation. The person is across the table. It can be a stranger, it can be a friend, a new acquaintance, or whatever. And many a times they see that the woman is staring at the lady's breasts. I'm going to be very bold about it because, when a woman when a man molests a woman, the woman has at least developed courage to go around and, hit that person or tell in front of everyone in the bus ke kya aise kya khada hai, seedhe se khada rahe. Women give back. But when such a thing happens across the table, if I know of the women that I know, 0.01% or even lesser than that have the courage to speak up at that time and tell that person, "Okay, don't look at me that way." you know and there are different reasons why they do that. They want to either probably suggest a sexual they want to suggest that I'm interested in you sexually, or when a woman is talking something very intellectual, something that is really intimidating to a man, oh, the woman can speak so much, and to just make her feel embarrassed, they just look down upon her. They just give a glance. Okay, what do you think of yourself? And you can see it in those eyes. So I want to, I mean, over here we have only Anil and Dhaval, but I just want that all you women please go and speak to this, speak about this to your friends, to your male friends, anyone who's close, that when a woman doesn't look at the man's groin, then why is it that the man has to stare at the lady's breast? Because that moment is so embarrassing, because there is no proof, because the person is across the table or standing opposite you, and there is no touching involved. So there is no proof that the woman can give. So the woman is actually so embarrassed and so humiliated at that time that all she can do is glare back or give some or feel humiliated, or she just quietens down for a few seconds. And that's not nice. I mean, we need to respect the consent of a woman or the boundary of a woman, not just not by not touching her or by not going very close to her, but even the way we look at her. Please never ever look at her as if she is an object, because she never looks at you as if you are an object. So this is something that I wanted to add on. We have less than 1 minute left.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So should I wind up for now and then again we relog
I
in?
think, yeah, because again, to join in, it will take 5 minutes. And now we have finished our points that we wanted to speak. So we can join and then we can have a healthy conversation of what all we feel about how respect should be added to women.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Will you all guys join in?
We'll
If you will
try.
be joining in, just say yes.